Hello out there, and get ready for and Grant, you look at these rosters, a lot of talent in the backcourt.
Oh, a sign of the times, BA. Agility and skill is in demand, and that is on display tonight.
And the Lakers starting five. They've got Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Kobe Bryant, and it's Bryant in at the three. Now here's James. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
Great touch from the mid-range. LeBron looks to shoot from there very often.
Bryant, the pass to Bryant. On the wing, Bryant. Bryant outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Bryant, a screen on James. And Bryant, here we go. Basket counts.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here is James. Pass to James. Over Bryant. James can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Bryant against James. Bryant, no good. James with the ball. Back to James. 1:41 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's James. Excellent D there from Bryant. James against Bryant. LeBron with the rebound for Cleveland. They've gone 1 of 3 from the floor. It's James on the wing. Covered by Bryant. Back to James. That one's good from James on the assist by James.
Attacking the heart of the defense. LeBron doing his work inside the paint.
Bryant, a screen on James. Bryant against James. Bryant, the pass to Bryant. On the wing, Bryant. The three ball. Drops in the three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Bryant against James. James outside. Pass to James. The shot no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. To the paint. It's stolen by James. Down low. James against Bryant. James outside. James, a screen on Bryant. Pass to James. To the middle. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
All right, look who's coming onto the court.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Kobe Bryant, and it's Bryant in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Bryant against James. James outside. Shoots over Bryant. The shot by James, no good. The Lakers in the lead. To the inside, it's tipped. It's James on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And the Lakers have possession. Pass to Bryant. And And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen by James. To the middle. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob.
2 minutes.
Here's Bryant. Rebounded by LeBron. James outside. And here's James. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Bryant. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Bryant, the pass to Bryant. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Bryant finds Bryant. Back to Bryant. Bryant, a screen on James. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc.
Smothering defense by LeBron James, using his size and quickness to affect the shot.
Stolen by Bryant. Three-pointer. And there's Bryant. That's good. On the assist from Bryant. Bryant's got 6 points.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Pass to James. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Clock at 6. Shot to end the cold streak. And there's James from the arc. Knocks down the triple. James has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Bryant. And he gets that one.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
James outside. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Lakers ahead. They're up by 3. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Frank Vogel and coach the.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Anything here that catches your eye, Kenny? Now looking at that first half of play. Appreciate you joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got LeBron James. LeBron James out there with LeBron James. Then there's LeBron James, and it's James in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Bryant, no good. The Cavs trailing. James with the ball, now guarded by Bryant. James passes to James. Second chance effort.
Tough for the defender. Thinks he has LeBron timed perfectly, but instead gets fooled with the pump fake.
Team foul. At the line for Cleveland, LeBron James.
That free throw, good from James. And Grant, you were a big wing with skill. That type of player very much in demand in today's game.
Well, I mean, today's NBA is all about versatility. Can you get it done offensively and defensively? Players with size and perimeter skills are very much invaluable to their team.
And the Cavs shooting just 33% so far in this game. Bryant against James. James outside. Fader on the way. Again, the miss by James. The Lakers shooting just 38% for this game so far. Bryant outside. Over James. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. And here comes Cleveland. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And there's James from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 7 points in the game. Bryant outside. Lets it go from deep. Bryant, no good.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Bryant against James. 6 to shoot. Misses off the left iron.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Bryant against James. Takes a 13-footer. Bryant, no good.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Pass to James. Bryant against James. And the layup falls. And now a 4-point Cleveland lead.
It's empowering to play with LeBron because if you get open, he will find you.
Bryant against James. Up top, Bryant. Give him 8. Bryant against James. Can they get it? And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it. And here's Bryant outside. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Cavaliers on top, up 4. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Lakers, Kobe Bryant is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Kobe Bryant. Then there's Kobe Bryant. And it's Bryant in at shooting guard. The Cavaliers leading. James passes to James. James with the ball. Now guarded by Bryant. Pass to James. Stolen by Bryant. To the paint. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
That could be a 4 to 5 point turnaround. How quickly things change.
Now here is James. Inside. Shoots over Bryant. Second chance shot. And there's a nice layup by James. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
One of the league's great competitors. The second LeBron catches the ball, you can see he's looking to rise to the occasion.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Bryant inside. Check by James.
Making a great play to challenge the shot. LeBron's D can shut you down.
Shoots over Bryant. Fires from 14. Rebounded by the Lakers. Bryant outside. Bryant, the pass to Bryant. And we've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter. Some solid defense from James. James, a screen on Bryant. Pass to James. And no good. Excellent D there from Bryant. Over James. And again, the Lakers, no good. The Cavs have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. James with the ball, down low. James can't get it to go. Bryant outside. Knocked loose. It's stolen by James. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. James passes to James. Bryant against James. Now, here is James. Not a lot of room. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're down by 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
And here's Bryant outside. And again, no good by the Lakers. And they go to the intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Even though LeBron's trophy case is the envy of most players, he's still as hungry as ever. The passion he shows during games hasn't diminished at all over the season.
And here's Bryant outside. James with the rebound. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
LeBron James. 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Bryant, the pass to Bryant to end the drought. Not going to go that time. And so the Cavaliers take the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.